What's going on, guys? I'm going to teach you how to properly clean and maintain your PF22 foam cannon. So first of all, most of the time when your foam cannon isn't spraying properly or it's not foaming, it's normally because there's two different orifices. One, where it connects to the pressure washer, and two, where it sucks up all the solution. So you pull this hose out, very easy. So usually in this orifice in here, there's a tiny little hole where it gets clogged up, and you want to make sure that's cleaned out. Sometimes you have to get a pick and clean it out. We have to take a air compressor and blow it out. Second, there's an orifice in here where it pulls the water. So first of all, I'm going to take your wrench, take it off, get some leverage. There we go. So a lot of times, Teflon tape gets in the orifice because when we wrap it, usually it hangs out on the edge. And then these pieces tend to rust every so often, as you can see here, and little chunks will actually fall off. And you want to make sure that's cleaned off regularly because the chunks will get clogged up in the holes. So you want to take off the old Teflon tape, get your pick, checking it out, because when we put this back on, we have to put on a new Teflon tape to make sure it's sealed and doesn't leak anywhere. But this tends to get clogged up as well because it breaks apart. Now you have all it taken out. So next step, you want to remove this little hole right here, this orifice right here. Take a flathead screwdriver, unscrew it, take it out. This is what causes the pressure to build up. Now this is getting a little rusty as well, so we want to make sure we clean that. So this is what gets clogged up. So this is nice because we get to take this out. If we have to, we just blow it out with our mouth, or we take an air compressor and blow out the hole when something gets clogged in there. And this is just a bigger hole. So that's what it looks like in there. So once that's clean, you're good to go. All that Teflon tape excess right here, also you want to remove it so it doesn't get clogged up again. All right, next we want to remove the filter. So inside of this, there is a metal mesh filter. This is what makes it foam. So when the soap goes through here, it comes out in a more foam solution. So to be able to do that, to remove this, you gotta take out this pin right here. So it goes straight this way. So to do that, use this bigger tool to try to push this out, because it's being really stubborn. Make sure you don't jam your hand. The last thing you want to do right now. This isn't easy, which is a good thing. If it's easy comes out, then it'll fall apart. There we go. So as you get it started, get your nail. Now I can just put it on the other side. Push all the way out. Hopefully I don't bend the nail. There we go. And I did bend the nail. It is what it is. Try to pull this out. There you go. It's pinned. Obviously, don't lose this. You're gonna need that. Now this is gonna pop right out. Boom. Just like that. So easy. There's a hole that goes straight. That's where all the water goes. So this is where it foams. This is where the magic happens. To remove this, you're gonna have to poke it out. So take the needle in there, pop it out. With that, this pops out. This is what keeps that mesh together. And then, there it is. So this tends to get clogged up as well through time. Especially when you're not using it regularly, it'll rust up and clog up. So you have to clean it every so often. So you can get degreaser, spray it in there, get an iron remover, spray it in there, clean it off, rinse it off, put it back in. So that's what it looks like in there. So all you gotta do is take it, put it back in, and this is the hard part over here. Fit it in perfectly. There you go. Push it in. Make sure it's all the way down flat. That's kind of where you want it. You take this, you put it back in, push it down. Take your canon, because the white piece goes into here, so you kind of fit in there. Push it down, give it a little twist. There you go. Boom. Take your pin, put it back inside. Take whatever tool you need to push it in. Make sure it's flush over here. That's the only way the pin's gonna go. There you go. That was much easier. Perfect. There you go. So it's good to go. After putting this back together, I'm gonna put this back together. You need a little orifice right here. This is what creates the pressure from that tiny little hole. Put that back, screw it in. Make sure it's nice and tight. You don't want to go too hard or else you're going to strip it. And the last thing you want to do is not be able to move this little thing. Get your Teflon tape. Start at the edge. Make sure it's nice and tight. A few times. Make sure it's not overlapping the hole, or else it's, when the pressure goes in, it's gonna rip it off and it's gonna clog up that orifice. So it's good to go. Put this in and tighten it up. And make sure this is really tight. Two back, and good to go. Woo boy, looking good. Yep, that's what you want, guys.